And here we are again.
Hello, Nico, and hello, everybody in the chat.
Hello, Anders. Good to see you.
Likewise, good to see you.
I don't want to spoil anything, but I already know that there are some guys in the chat. Oh, yeah, now the count started. I was just getting nervous because I was, from our last live where that didn't work.
Right.
100%. I was getting like little nervous, but it seems to work. Some people already in the chat. I can see Joe, who went on his lunch break and be back later on. There's Fox and Wolves, 3 o'clock in the morning. Guys, again, thank you so much. There's
Great.
Brad from HSF. People start to come in, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, Anders, how have your weeks been? It's been 3 weeks now? 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, so no, they've been good. They've been busy days. I'm continuing with my scratch builds. I'm building them fairly slow, just to make sure that I'm taking my time to sand every little piece and priming, sanding, priming, and doing all that. And slowly, I mean, it's a fall project to get those all those cars ready and driving. Testing, I mean, going through my cars. There are a lot of cars that I haven't driven in a long time, so I'm going back and revisiting them and giving them a little bit love them. And there's always something so that you can do. And who else would we have? Yeah, Chris came in as well. Hello, Chris.
And Mike Big Oak.
Oh, there we go.
Mike, I heard a small bird chirped to me today about some kind of a haul that you and the little bird did. Maybe you want to share something. I'm not going to spoil it, don't worry.
Yeah, and I've also placed some orders, some pre-orders on some interesting stuff that looks like it's coming.
Like, let us know.
Like, well, the Max Verstappen's Silverstone edition.
Oh, yeah.
The box with you have some figurines and so forth. So I had to pre-order that. I ordered the Aston Martin 007 from Slothead.
Oh, yes.
Audi.
Yes.
The Aston Martin, yeah. And then I've also pre-ordered the new Audi that's coming out with 4-wheel steering, but that's going to come 2026.
Okay.
It's already it's one of those LMPs with not the band but the cogwheels that are actually doing the 4-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in Maurizio in
yes.
Slothead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he showed the cars in what live was that? Oh, it was one of the lives, and he showed the car and looked really interesting. So I thought, might as well try it. They're really difficult to set up and so forth, but hey, that's a challenge. Told you is here. Metal.
Sorry, Metal.
Yeah. But it was fun. I mean, he had this Monday, this Metal Ramble, and then he popped up in his box on the Monday Madness. That was probably one of the funniest Monday races that Joe had. It was just hilarious. It was so much fun.
Okay.
If anyone has missed it, go back and check that live out. I mean, Todd was just hilarious. Great.
Didn't Jen and Joe drive magless or analog? I think they drove analog. Wasn't it?
But not magless.
Okay, so just analog.
Yeah, no. Joe was screaming that he wanted magless because he lost again big time.
Surprise.
Yeah. But yeah. Todd was just so much fun. He made me cry. I was just laughing. It's one of those episodes. I'm gonna go back and revisit and see that episode again because it was just so much fun. And to be honest, there was some great racing as well. I mean, we always keep on bugging Joe because he's fun to bug, but both Jen and Joe did really good racing, and it was really fun. entertaining, both racing wise, and then of course the boxman.
The boxman.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he's always funny. He's hilarious. He's just absolutely hilarious. So, but yeah, exactly what he said. They were both in a great form on the track. They were very few D slots and a lot of action. Some spectacular crashes when they actually happened. Yeah, it was really some, at least a couple really epic crashes. So recommend it warmly. And
I just went through it quite quickly, so I didn't notice that Tojo was on, but I didn't last long, so I just watched a little racing and just went through the video quite quick.
Yeah, no, take your time because it's entertaining. There are some gold nuggets in there. There's some impressions that Todd did. It was so much fun. And some impressions that he didn't really, he failed with a couple as well. But that's all part of the fun.
I think I'll go back then. Yeah, you make me go back. Yeah,
it was definitely an episode worth watching. It's good racing, and the Blues Brothers crash was epic. Yeah, one of the cars ended up spinning on the roof, just like
which is a Blues Brothers crash. Yeah, got that.
It was there's so many good fun things. If you like some banter and some laughs and some good racing with spectacular crashes, that's the episode for you. It had everything.
Sounds good to me. I have to go back then. I have to admit.
Yeah, I haven't crashed a lot lately. I still have a lot of my buildings are all intact and my landscaping looks okay. So I think it's time to have a race evening again, because it's always spend 3 days to fix things afterwards.
Clean up and then fix.
Yeah, no, I got some hopeless friends that are just being crazy. Yeah, Bo joined us as well. Hello, Bo.
Hi, Bo. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, my weeks were very busy because my main season is coming up, so a lot of preparing things going on at the moment in my job. Winter's coming here in Europe already.
And you're living in a hotspot for skiing.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful area.
And again, the snow is already looking down from the mountains. So we had snowfall down to 1,200 meters last night.
Wow.
The snow is coming down, and that's quite early, I have to say.
Yeah.
For this region. I also did one of my first pre-orders. Yes, I also stepped into that. Yes.
There we go.
I ordered one of those Fly Ford Transit race buses or race vans.
Yes, they are awesome. I've seen those. They look fantastic. They had a Coca-Cola version?
I can't remember. I have to look it up.
Yeah.
But there was one version I said, this is it. I have to get it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense from a race car point of view.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence for the Transit as well, because it looks it's just so awkward.
Exactly. I mean, it's like you have a race with refrigerators. Slim, small on 4 wheels. It's it doesn't make any sense at all.
Kind of how I drive every day. I have a Jeep Wrangler, and it's like a container. There's like no aerodynamics. Every single surface is flat. It's terrible. And when it's windy, you fly back and forth, and it's the worst drive. But it looks cool and it's fun.
I didn't tell you. I did get some stickers. This is something I did get, and it was very hard to predict from whom I got them.
I wonder who it could be.
I can't. I don't know. No, it's Slotcar Doju, because I'm still. I'll come to that in a second. He of course dropped me or put in some dojo. Hang on. Dojo stickers.
Oh, look at that! Yeah. QR codes and everything.
QR code, but
that's advanced.
But I hope I won't get any visitors during night, because I think those are just brilliant. He got me a
What?
green Rexy and a pink Rexy sticker.
Nice. That's
Because
awesome.
now hold on tight, because he was at an
IMSA.
IMSA race where those
Wow.
cars actually were driving. One more.
Ooh, the heart of racing. Nice.
And he
That's
dropped a few lines saying, Nico, just wanted to thank you for the help. I'll come to that in a second. Here are some Slotcar Dojo stickers. Also included are a few from the IMSA race at Virginia International Raceway. Thank you for all you do for this hobby. Joe. So
that's so nice.
those stickers, I mean, come on. Who
Yeah.
has got a green Rexy sticker?
Exactly. Oh, that's so cool. Now, so you have a lot of in a second in the bag right now that you need to talk about. So don't forget about those. But what I'm curious, what did you help him with?
There is LED start lights. I think I told this the last time we met. Start lights for the gantry from that you couldn't put on the gantry from magnetic racing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But,
yeah. So
but there's a big but. I ordered it on eBay. I got it. I've got it with me now. Austrian Post has stopped service to the US completely for any private shipment. The reason why
they're not
is
the only
no
one.
politics, just stating the fact at the moment, because they say due to unclear tariff situation, we just don't do it. And we'll just pause for a second or for a while. So I'm sitting on a package now. I can't get to Joe.
Well,
but
I'm sure Austrian Post Office ships stuff to Sweden. I have a gantry. I have no lights. Hey, I'll pay for them so you don't have to pay for them, because I can use them. And I mean, in the meanwhile, while we're waiting for Austrian Post Office to start shipping to the US.
No, the thing is, I found out that DHL has started. They also stopped service. Don't believe it. DHL out of Austria.
Look at that. We got B-Rad so fast, and we have Track Fans as well.
Mr. Pete is in the house. Track Fans, yes.
Crazy.
So DHL has also stopped service to the US out of Austria, but they picked up now. So I have to find a DHL service shop, and I'll send it off then. So sorry, Anders, not this time. But you can order it. The guy only
it's much more fun to take something from someone else.
Come on.
Yeah, I haven't really made up my mind on the lights yet, to be honest.
Okay.
On the gantry. First of all, I watched the was it Dave Walk who did the first video on it, and then Slotyard did a video, and Slotyard did a video on it. And
yes.
I'm not sure, since I don't have any secondary voltage thingy power unit, so I don't know if I can get electricity for them, and so I'm doing fine with the lights I have.
I wonder where Slotcar got his from.
I know. You're like the biggest. It's not
dealer
a dealer,
or
but
distributor
dealer
of things exactly outside of mainland Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like Scarface in the Slotcar world.
Hopefully not yet. I mean, yeah.
Standing there on the mountain of slot cars and stuff.
Exactly. We're living in a good time, you know.
Yeah.
For slot cars. For slot cars.
Did you see the Thursday Aussie show?
With that was with BRM.
Mr. BRM, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you? I mean, I really don't like Revos. I mean, I'm like Eric with the Wild Man. It's just not my cup of coffee or tea or water or anything. But the cars he showed, I know I need to buy some. I mean, it's just gonna. Yeah, I'll show the Volvo. Yeah. So, did you see Joe's haul as well?
Yeah. Joe. I saw Joe's haul, which has got something to do with Mike's haul as well. Not going to spoil it. And Joe called me before he issued the video and said, "Do you happen to know this SCX Volvo car?"
You
And I
have the
said, "Yeah,
green one, don't you?
I think so."
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen the green
I'm
one.
looking for I'm looking for the green one. And I said, "I think I know someone who's got it."
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I need to
So
get both of those. Need to figure out how,
yeah, but
because I don't
they're
have no
pretty hard to
zero
get now.
Volvos. Yeah, we
They're
need
pretty hard to
Volvos.
get. And if you look on eBay, Europe, they're like
They're
70,
pricey.
80 euros.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
So
Well,
you need to do a holiday in Spain, find a shop there who's still got them.
yeah, that's true. Or just make sure that the kids don't get any Christmas presents because Daddy bought a couple of Volvos.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, so I'm looking forward to Joe's video when he's going to share, and also interesting to hear what he thinks about the sideway cars, because now he has his first two sideways, and so that's
going to be interesting.
really, because I love my sideways cars. Oh my, I mean, I just love them compared to the Revos. I mean, sideways are just 100 times more fun to drive. But the Revos look so awesome. They look so good. And I think it's just a matter of me changing my own perspective, or I have to think differently when I'm
Attitude
driving
towards
my
the car.
Exactly. I have to change my, the problem is mine. It's not the car's problem, right? So
Okay.
I have to change my attitude too. So when I'm driving my Revos, I have to drive them
Differently.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
But they're beautiful. I mean, I have my F40, for example, which is, I know Joe loves the F40, and it's one of my favorite cars in all time, together with the GT40. Anything, I see a pattern. Anything with a 40 in it. F40, GT40.
F40,
Yeah, I like cars with 40.
Redhead, welcome.
Redhead.
Welcome to the show. Yeah, well, Joe said that as soon as he's got slick.
Come on, you can drive them without the sillies, you silly Joe. Just drive them as they are.
On the cars he's got, they're already urethanes on. He's already got urethanes on those cars.
Grow up and learn how to drive with urethanes, you little baby.
That's what I always tell him, pussy, learn how to drive those urethanes.
Did you see what Fox and Wolves just posted in the chat?
No.
Another swap meet video.
Ooh,
that's gonna be fun. We're looking forward to that.
Sales are gonna explode all around the world because everybody will go like, I need that car. I need that car. I want that car as well.
Oh, look at Joe's comments here. He's a clean driver. It's a class thing. Yeah, you're scum sucking, bottom dwelling class. Class. We drive with any tires,
Okay, kids, I guess it's time to go to bed now. Anders on a mission.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting grumpy again. Oh, yeah, but I Joe, honestly, do two videos. One with the regular tires and another one when you got your sillies, right? So you get two videos out of one. Exactly. I really want to see those cars drive. I'm just going to be so much fun. I think because they look like fantastic cars.
And
then
he's got
Yep.
two F40s. I don't know whether you noticed in the beginning
I
of
know,
his
I
video.
know.
And those are Polycar. They're pretty old. So meaning like 20,
Oh, they're not
15, 20
Revos?
years.
I thought he had
No,
a
no,
Revo.
Polycar F40s. Polycar
Oh.
with a good
That
part.
Slotcar is joining in as well. Look at this.
Ooh, welcome to Down Under.
Yeah, no, but that Down Under show, the Aussie show with the BRM, the sidecars, I really need to have at least 2 sidecars because you have them. I know. You have everything. But I don't. But I need to get a couple of sidecars because they look like a lot of fun. And then you had the Mustang and a couple of other cars there, the Moffat's Mustang. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be an expensive time coming forward here. Yeah, because I think he said that most of the cars that he showed will come before year end, Mr. BRM.
I think that's going to be a pretty challenge, but let's see.
Yeah. But if they come, I tell you, Christmas is canceled. I'm going to go Kwanzaa or something, we celebrate a different holiday. Saturnalia, like the Romans did. They celebrated Saturnalia. It was like 7 days of drinking wine and having orgies. And I think that sounds more fun than the regular Christmas.
Save on the wine, buy slot cars.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, that's so much fun. Yeah, so it's been a busy week with a lot of good lives.
Absolutely.
Starting with Monday with Toju's Metal Ramble, and then after that the Monday Madness, that was just hilarious, and hedonism for the win. Exactly, Toju. Saturnalia, that's what we celebrate, and especially up here. I'm a pagan. I mean, I'm into the Norse. The Viking.
Yeah, of course. The Vikings, yeah.
You got to sacrifice a couple of virgins every Friday evening.
But it gets harder and harder to find them. I know.
Yeah. Well, just pretend.
and you need to spare one to pimp up your motor. Open grave, full moon, cat of an hair, wolf piss. All the ingredients you need, to get a good motor. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but and then with the Thursday, and then of course Friday we have this show. This is going to be awesome, and everybody, don't forget, we'll go back to
Discord afterwards
on the Slotyard, and we'll continue when we hit the hour mark here, and we'll continue there and get to talk with everybody, because we haven't done that, and it's fun to have the chat, but I think it's different if we can interact and ask more questions. And
absolutely.
And then tomorrow morning or afternoon for us, there's the cartoons,
and they're gonna have a big announcement, and this is gonna be very interesting to all of you out there.
I think I know what it is, and
I also
totally
think I know what it is. Yeah,
it's gonna be very, very interesting. So
yes.
And I'm actually, when we're done here on the Discord, I'm actually going to probably do something related to that announcement.
Okay.
So don't miss that out, anyone, on Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday mornings. I mean, what else to do than watch
Sunday morning?
So it's really a fun week. I mean, every second week is a lot of fun because then you get the cartoons and the Aussie show and everything on the same week. So. Hey,
Eric.
Wildman. Good to see you, Eric.
Good to see you.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're blessed. We're absolutely blessed with good content, good shows. And Anders and me were just trying to catch up, and stay above the waterline with our noses, in our show, because the shows are getting better and better.
Yeah, there's so much fun right now. A lot of new cars are coming. I'm just going through all my different notes. There was something I was going to ask.
Pete, are you not Are you not in racing tonight, Pete, in the UK? I thought your club's always on Friday. Bryce, good to see you.
Oh, right.
Vancouver Island just jumped in.
He's my buddy. I love Bryce. I'm a fanboy. Definitely a fanboy. I like his track, and I like the way he races, and I like the way he thinks. Because he's not one of those fanatics in one way or the other way. He races and has fun. Whatever, if it's magless or not, it doesn't matter. He has fun with it. If it has silicone or not, he has a lot of fun with it. Carrera Go 132. I mean, if you go back and look at the earlier, go back a couple, scroll down a little bit, and you see his when he had this smaller table and he had this Carrera 143 track. It's just he's such a good representative of how the hobby should be.
Exactly.
There's no limitations. The only limitation is if you don't think it's funny, then don't do it. If you think it's funny, do it. There's no right and wrong. Oh yeah, that's right. Mike and Greg have started this.
We forgot one show exactly on Mike and Greg with their starting journey on scratch building.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, he's finishing painting his office. Not with a little airbrush.
I'm sorry for you.
Which is a lot of fun. I've been practicing on my airbrushing a lot over the weeks now, and I'm so happy with my German quality. The
new one.
Oh my God, it's such a big difference from the Gallery paint. Yeah. It's night and day. It's just
okay.
There are sometimes you have to pay a little bit more, and you really feel the quality. There's such difference in smoothness and how it atomizes the paint, and it's just fantastic. So I've been doing lightning, I'm doing flames, and now I'm thinking, maybe I should do something on I have a black Harley helmet. Maybe I should do flames on it, and as maybe it was because my Harley is all black, totally black. Everything is black on it. Maybe I should do some flames on the gas tank, even though what looks like a gas tank is not a gas tank. So I'm considering doing that, but I still have to practice a little bit more on paper. But it's a lot of fun. And also I did the black Camaro. I did it in scale 143 from scratch, the AMT kit, and it's all matte black. And I think maybe I should put some blue lightning on it, airbrush that on. So that might pop up in later episodes. But
looking forward. Oh yeah,
it's been a lot of fun. That's a good thing when you have plenty of time.
There you go. You can never have too many flames.
That is so true. That is so true. And I'm getting there. My first flames were without the F. They were just lames.
Jesus.
And they were really lame. But now I'm starting to get the F in there, so they actually start to look like flames. So, but a little bit more before I start hitting the gas tank or the helmet.
Flames always mean to me like something like I don't know, drag cars. They have flames or hot rods. Hot rods, like low, noisy, wide, broad flames. Yeah.
Well, at least Todd got my joke about the lames, the flames without F. Yeah. No, so that's what's going on, and it's a lot of fun. It's I always say to people that change is good, and as long as you change and you learn things, you evolve. The day you start learning and listening, being curious and learning from others, when you start evolving, you start dying, right? So that's why
it was so nice of Pete Track Fans TV. I can't remember where I put it. I think it was on my Instagram account. I put a picture with a saying in it, Slotcars in the background, saying, we don't grow old because we stop playing. We grow old. No, I can't even recall it. something with if we stop playing, we'll
grow
get old.
Yeah.
Exactly. So don't stop playing, then you don't grow old. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was
exactly.
just jumping on that in one of his shows, saying, "This is the thing, guys."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I remember that. That was the last week's.
Yeah.
But I almost love it more how you ruined it now.
I got it. Sorry, guys. I got it mixed up. Yeah.
Yeah. You're not have no career as a stand-up comedian. It's just terrible. Oh, there's DTM final races this weekend.
Yes.
Ooh, nice. And of course, there's Singapore. Tomorrow is qualification, and then Sunday it's going to be race.
The first cars were already ruined, so yeah, we're looking forward to the race.
Yeah, no, there was actually Alonso and some of the Ferraris looked really good. Alonso was fast on Singapore in the free practice, so it could be a very interesting one. Very interesting one. Yeah, well,
so we any tech stuff you want to talk about, Anders? I think
there's always tech stuff. There's always tons. I mean, maybe well, here are all my I got so many questions. So poor drivers in the heat. Well, Bo, there's actually some news with regards to the heat in Singapore. They have now forced that everyone has a cooling vest and also cooling into the car. So they if you look at on the front wings of all the cars, there's a hole in the front of the wing at the very end to get air flowing into the drivers. And then they have this liquid cooled system on their body that's hooked up on to a 2 kilo pump thing or whatever it is. So now the cars have to weigh 2 kilos more than they did in the previous races.
Okay, didn't know that.
Regulations. So they're really taking this serious because Singapore has always been so tough for drivers, but now they actually have done something on it, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, but coming back to the tech thing,
maybe I'll start off and then you jump in. I did issue or post on Discord, I have to admit, because it didn't fit on YouTube, but I found a way around it now. I started a 5 parts actually. What is it? Essay? I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Essay.
Something, a description on Slotcar physics. It didn't fit on my YouTube comments. I split it now into 5 parts, and it is on my YouTube comments since the last hour. I think I just issued it before I jumped into the studio here. Coming out of that, on this side, Anders has more than one question.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you started with that, which I well, okay. Now what did I do with my windows here? There we go. Now I'm back. I got lost in my PC.
Good. Lost in translation.
I really like physics. I've always loved physics through my life since I was small, and in almost kindergarten. Maybe not kindergarten, but after that, I've always been fascinated by all kinds of anything physics. I've even taken university level physics degrees. Just because, not that I want to work with it, but just I want to know and learn. But so I like the approach you had on talking about the physics in the slot car world, because there are truly so many, and there are also many topics that are relevant in the slot car world that also are applicable in the real racing world, right? On a smaller scale. So I'm really looking forward to that video, and I think that's just a starting point for all the different things. And I think also what your message on, it's under the 132 chat. So if you haven't read it, go and check it out. There's there's so many facets that actually has an impact on how a car behaves. And that's what makes it all interesting, because you need to either make sure that all of them are, as good as they can be. And up until then, there's, so if you have the wrong setup on the front wheels, for example, well, the back is gonna tail whenever you brake and so forth. It's so smallest thing can ruin your driving experience. And I guess it's kind of like chess. It takes a minute to learn, but it's
you need certain moves at a certain time. Yes.
Yeah. And so that's what I really enjoy with that. And it's also, how should I phrase this? Well, so here I'll go out on a limb now. I'll promise you we'll come back to slot cars, but I'm just going to take you out on a little how my strange monkey brain work. I'm really fascinated by watches, right? So I collect watches like Patek Philippe's or Rolex or Omegas and all these mechanical, manually made watches, and most of these are masterpieces, right? But the one thing they all have in common is that none of them is perfect, because it's impossible to make a mechanical watch absolutely perfect, because there's so small parts and there's so many parts. There's always something, so the watch will lag or drag a little bit. Even if you spend like $500,000 on a watch, it's still going to be that. And that's like life, right? So every watchmaker has a wish to make the perfect watch. They've always want to achieve the perfect watch, but it's impossible to do that. But you can still make a very nice watch. And it's the same thing with life. You cannot make a perfect life, but you can make one that's really, really nice. And that's why the mechanical watches reminds me that my life does not have to be perfect, but I can always strive to make it as good as possible. And there's so many different types of watches, just like there's so many different types of lives. And every person's life has the right to live their life, and every person has the right to collect their kinds of watches as well, right? So that's my 5 cents. And sundials, no, that's not fancy. It's that's cheating. Nature is perfect, but those Swiss watches and there's something special about them. And the same thing with slot cars. There's so many different facets. I mean, is a car ever perfect? There's always something you can improve and make it better, right? So, and that's a fascinating part of it. But so what's happened? AliExpress has a good selection of Carrera cars. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, vintage they have
cars.
Amen, by the way. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
A good comparison. I like the comparison.
Yeah. So it's and that's also some people collect Timex watches or Casio watches, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's the same thing with our hobby, right? We can collect whatever we want, whatever type of cars, whatever scales and so forth, and try to make the best out of what we have. And that's what makes it great. So yeah, well, anyway, but in today's newbie question, to come back to close the loop. B-Rad is good at breaking watches. Well, I'm going to make sure you stay far away from my watches. My daughter is really happy with me whenever I buy a watch, because she always says that you're not buying a watch. You don't own those. You only take care of it for the next generation, which is me, so I can sell them and buy my house and so forth. Because that's money I can't spend, because when I tie it up in watches, that it's secured money. Otherwise, I buy stupid stuff like slot cars and she knows me. I'll spend it on the wrong things. So anyway, that's fun. But let's come back to the newbie question. It's around. And I can't remember where we were I think it was this week or end of last week, where we somehow came in and we talked about Was it on Discord we talked about the braids? Right? Was
No,
it Discord?
I think it was Discord. Yes, it was Discord.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was on Discord. We started
In
to talk
the
about
lounge.
it.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
said, this is something I need to learn more about. It's the whole guide and braid part of the car. Let's focus on that. What I do know is, yeah, darn kids. Yeah, well, tell you, my daughter, I put her on eBay so many times for free, but nobody's buying her. You know, I can't get rid of her. She's way too smart. Outsmarts me every day. But there are all different kinds of guides. Some cars, they come with 2 guides, and they say, oh, one is for wood track and one is for something else. And I haven't really, and I know there's Slot Invasion and Frankenslots. I did buy some Slot Invasions when I was on, was it the last of the trip before? I think it was the trip before to the US. And I bought for all my NSR cars, I bought Slot Invasion guides for Carrera track, and it made a big difference, really big difference, on how it drives. And then I know you have mentioned that in your early days you had guides where you had carved, you made them more narrow, right?
Still today.
Still today. But then I noticed, and when you said that, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. So I started looking at all my guides in my cars, and I noticed that there are some guides that have that curvature in the guide already to start with, right?
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
probably
For
know
example,
which brand, I don't know.
the Revo slot, the original ones, guides have that.
Oh yeah, okay. So it is the Revo slots, yeah. And
Yes.
I remember you mentioned it, so it won't stick, and you can handle the corners better, right? So do you do that change
Especially
if you're driving
tight corners, because then the guide will not, the surface touching the inner side of the turn is smaller. Yeah. Which means less friction, which means, yeah.
So I'm going to ask a whole bunch of questions now. So in this area. So let's start with the curvature thing. So if you have a Carrera car or another brand of car that has, you know, same thickness, you actually go in and you get curvature on those slots.
I do it when I go to races and I take the race real seriously. That's when I do it. If I go to a fun race, I don't do it. It's just it's one of those 100 things that you can do to a slot car to where you got the personal feeling. It's all up here. That
of course.
You're just trying to cheat here. That you think the car behaves
so powerful. If you convince your brain that you can do it, you will do it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. B red, that's exactly the shape. Yeah, exactly. And I do this with a Dremel. Yeah.
Ah, okay. I got the Dremel.
Yes.
Bo, what is Bo said? He changed it for Frankenslot and gave me real problems. So I tried Slot Invasion one, but both are loose inside the holder. Ah, okay. Well, yeah. So the ones I bought from Slot Invasion, I think Frankenslot and Slot Invasion is more or less the same company, but
exactly.
One is US, one is the European part. But at least for the NSR ones, they were not loose. I haven't bought or changed any of my Carrera car.
I also use them on an NSR Corvette I have. They work really good. They work really good. Yeah.
The one that comes, it's so small.
Exactly.
On the NSR.
Well, again, we're back to up here and philosophy, meaning in the corners when you have a thicker guide. Should keep you in the slot longer.
Yeah.
On the straight.
That's what my ex said.
When the thick on the straight. Okay. On the straight.
I tried to convince you that this is really big, but it's not.
It's like parking a car, you still got 20
Yeah.
centimeters. No.
Yeah,
So on
exactly.
the,
Yeah, 20 centimeters. Yeah.
on the straight, when you have a thick
Sorry.
guide and it's not completely straight, and if it's like that, it'll be a brake. It'll slow down your car, because if it's not correct in that slot, it will
Yeah.
slow down your car. It's not much, but it will.
But enough. I mean, when you're chasing tenths or hundredths of a second, it makes a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I really enjoyed the change on my NSR cars when I changed the guide. It felt a lot better, and I can drive faster. But so we talked about the length, we talked about the curvature, and then you have the depth, right? The next one.
Yes.
And so what are your recommendations there? I mean, you have a caliper and you measure the depth of your track or your wood track or whatever, Scalextrics and so forth. And what is a regular Carrera track is about 8 millimeter deep?
I think so. Yeah, sounds familiar. Yeah,
I think it is. So would you make your guide 8 millimeters or like a lot shorter or less?
No, it's like 7.5. So basically, you want to have it as deep in the slot as possible. But if you have it too deep, you hear it at every intersection, because it'll go like tick 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 tick. Because it'll scratch, it'll hit, because the Carrera track is not 100% straight. You have temperature differences, which makes the plastic track expand or shrink, or so you have that on the bottom of your slot. So you want to have it as deep as possible without scratching.
All right. So maybe this weekend will be a guide weekend. I need to go through my guides, I think.
You need some guides to help you through the weekend?
No, I tend to focus on one thing, and I go through, like, if I'm going to true tires, I true all the tires, over 100 cars, so it takes a while. It takes me a weekend to go through all of them.
We're still talking Slotcars, aren't we? Just to clarify.
No. Over 100 X's, I pay alimony for all of them, so that's why.
Okay.
I bought four swimming pools, but I can't swim in any of them now. Other people enjoy them. So I'll stop buying swimming pools. That's just stupid.
Just asking, just asking.
Yeah. But I'm just going to go through and review all my guides is to see if there's room for improvement.
What you should do is you should use an extra track part of Carrera. If you have, the smaller the better, but if you take a straight and just put the car in the slot, and then you can look inside from the front. Very good, very well.
You're always so smart. That's so annoying. You know that. You always have these good tips.
We're talking about me or what? No. So,
yeah, you.
So you just look at it from the front.
Makes totally sense. Yes.
But don't forget, of course, it'll be a little bent. So if you put it on a table or on a flat table, and you can look at it from the front, you see how deep or where the guide is.
Yeah.
And you can also see where the braids are, because
simple logic. Yeah, I know, but I'm I got a monkey brain up here. The first successful transplantation with the monkey brain into a human body.
Jesus.
So, it worked. I got a big scar. That's why I'm always wearing a cap, because I don't want to show the big scar. But I'm going to take a good look into that slot.
Take a very good look in that slot,
but that's a good idea. I'll take a piece, and then I'm going to go through, because I think I have. What car was that? I got one brand. Anders Bananas. Yeah.
This is getting out of hands, guys.
Yeah, that's monkey needs bananas, Oh, But that's I think I have one car. What, I don't know which brand it is, but it has like a monster, like a really really big slot that looks like you almost have to cut it. So it comes like oversized, so you can shorten it and cut it for
Guide?
depth.
That's a guide,
Yeah, the
is it?
guide. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, where? Yeah, exactly. I do like monkeys. If you start saying too smart things, I'll throw poo at you. You know. Which car was that? It was one of the latest cars I bought. Trying to figure out what that was. Could it have been an Avant slot, maybe?
Could be,
No.
yeah. They have, yeah. Could be.
I think they have a very, very big
Guide.
guide, and it looks almost like you have to
Trim it.
cut it. Yeah, trim
Yeah.
it for whatever track you have. But that's fun. Now I have something to do tomorrow. I should change the fuel injector in my Jeep, but I'll do that next weekend. It's not a hurry.
You have to make priorities, you know, like
Exactly.
I mean,
So, but then
But
so
what I
we're
want
done with the
to know-
guide. Now
Yes.
we come to part 2, braids.
Braids.
And this started with the discussion. I can't remember who it was, but someone in Discord had an issue with or maybe that was Bryce. I think it was Bryce that had the braid was too thick or so forth. And we were talking about, well, I got a whole bunch of different types of braids which are unopened. I don't know what to do with them or how to use them and which one I should use. Copper
They just
ones,
look good.
they look good. I mean, some are tinned and some are copper and some are thin, some are thick. And so I have all kinds. I bought one of each just in case. One of them would be right. But so what would your recommendations be if we start with what type of braid one should buy? If I want to replace Carreras, it's fairly simple. I mean, you had the Carrera guides, but for the more high-end cars, if you have the NSRs, the sideways, the Slotheads, and so forth, do you prefer tinned
Let
or
me take
copper?
a short detour. Very short,
Yes,
I
please.
promise. 2
Off you go.
sentences.
Off you go.
During COVID, I started to do HO drag racing
Yes.
to have a better
Waving off
connection.
to that. Yeah.
Das, thank you for joining in.
Yeah, thank you.
To have a better connection to the track, you were allowed to solder braid to those HO, what do you call it?
Yeah, like metal strips.
Metal bars that
Yeah.
take the electricity, which
Yeah.
worked perfectly. Very easy job, very easy done. Now, testing cars with copper wire and what's that? Tinned wire. So
Yeah.
gold or silver. The silver ones were always faster. I don't know why. I can't explain. Which made click in my head saying, throw out all those gold things, but it's not true in the end. There's a little but to it. But I'm trying to explain how I got there. So I'm using mainly tinned braids.
Okay.
And like a middle thickness, because what you can get is ultra thin braids. They're mainly for routed tracks, because the braid of the track is lowered.
Yeah, because
compared to the Carrera track.
Yeah, so if you go up 2 comments, that's where it was Bryce, the previous owner of a car that he bought. He had 2 thick braids, and he was racing his front.
Exactly. So you need to find a thickness that you like best for your adjustment of the guide.
And the track that you drive, right? So they would be different on different tracks.
And if you want to have your front tires actually touching the track, or if you want to have them in the air, that's personal preference. Okay.
Yeah, because some people they almost like ride or surf on the braid, right? So the front. Yeah.
No, I don't do that. No. There are.
Yeah.
And some people drive their cars or have the feeling they can handle their cars better that way. I have the feeling I can handle my cars, 32, 24, better if if the weight of the front of the car is on the tires and the braids are like slightly above the rails.
All right. Cause so you can even put some weight in the front, right? So you put lead in the front just to keep the tires a little bit of weight, so they
Exactly.
stay on track. But then you polish them and you put super glue or nail polish on the front, so there's no grip, but there's some weight on them. That's interesting.
Exactly.
Now
Bo was faster than me. Exactly. The NSR copper braids are also very good. So you can't say copper braids don't work that well. Not true.
Yeah.
You have to test. My experience after that dragster detour during COVID is, to me, the silver ones work better. But I also use on 32 cars exactly that NSR 0.2 copper braids. I use them as well.
Tojo says that. So here it's So he's also into the weight in front. I have placed. I think most of my weight is either in the middle or towards the back. We in the thought that, well, if I put it in the back, I get the back tires, on the track and get more traction. But I think might have forgotten the front, that there's actually, if they're a little bit too light on the front, I probably need to do something, add a couple of grams in the front.
Paul just got the perfect description of my cars. Zero grip on the fronts, meaning front tires, and weight near the front guide. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Eric says that something I need to learn is weight. Yeah, that's another topic. I know, Nico, you have a video on it, which is really good. But the difficult part is that when you watch a video and you have a question, the video does not answer, right? So we need to have a live where we actually can talk about it and go through it more in depth.
That's why I'm here.
Have a nice dinner, Pete.
Have a good dinner, Pete.
Yeah.
Wash off that.
Hopefully it's not British food, because British food is not, always the best. It's like
Pete
French.
took us to really good places, so I have to stand up.
Yeah. I guess it's more of an old myths that the British culinary scene is not that big.
Yes. Well,
and also they had the myth that I think in France I saw a number that they were selling less toothbrushes per year than there are French people. That's not a good thing. So, anyway, so we have had, you get a sloppy front without some weight in the front. So I think that's
exactly.
I think I suffer from a sloppy front. I need to take a blue pill.
and Paul just got it perfectly right as well. You need to experiment with the car you have. You can have something like a basic idea. You know what you like. You know what the car should behave like to you, so you feel comfortable. And you need to know, what do I need to do to the car to get it there?
Yeah. No, that's true. Because I have a couple of cars that are just outstanding. They're just above everything. So I'm going to go back and look at what makes them run, and then start applying the same principles to other cars within the same category. Like I have some NSR cars, because I've been playing around. I have weights all over the map, and I have no structure. I think that's my main problem. Some cars I have, half a kilo weight in the back, and some have half a kilo in the front, some in the middle, and some on the sides, and it just
you can take. I'm just giving hints. You can take the car that performs best to you now. You've got a good lap time, and you're trying to improve it. One possibility. Or you take the most rotten car you have, thinking this is never going to work, and try to improve it step by step.
Yeah. So that would be, I'll take my rotten car would be a Revo. I mean, they're beautiful cars, but I struggle with getting them to run the way
I
I'd like
have to
them
admit,
to run.
they drive different. You need to
Yeah,
handle them differently
differently. Yeah,
sometimes. Yes,
and
yes.
so, but
And this is unfortunately, this is where more modern controllers than the thumb one
yeah,
jump in.
yeah, I can imagine that makes a difference as well. But
It
uh,
does.
while I'm saying that, I know before this year is over, I will have bought several Revos, probably a couple of BRMs as well. I don't have any BRMs yet, but there will be a couple of BRMs. Simply because what Davide showed on the Aussie show, there were cars I just must have. I'm it's the law. It's a natural force. It's like an earthquake. You can't
I know
stop an
what you
earthquake.
mean.
You
I
just
know
have
what
to
you
buy
mean.
it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a force of nature.
Paul is
So
perfectly right again. Paul, you want to take next time? I've got no time. You should jump in instead of me. He's
yeah,
explaining perfectly. It's not always the weights. It can also be the tires and the
yeah,
balance. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah. No, so the problem I have, I have not bought that many tires. I drive most of my cars are like stock tires. The only cars that I have upgraded totally are the 12 fly cars that I bought. They got Ortmann's urethane tires because they were completely garbage, the ones I had on the fly
Yeah.
cars. But now they're fun to drive when I put the urethanes on from Ortmann. Fantastic, a lot of fun cars, and they look good. I mean, fly cars, they might be all crappy inside, but they do look good, especially mine because
Absolutely.
I have Playboy bunnies on them. So what is there to complain about that?
What else do you search in life?
Yeah,
But because you were mentioning Ortmans, it's so funny. Last evening I was in our club, and we're this winter will drive a BRM class, race class for the first time,
yeah,
and you're allowed to use urethanes.
uh-huh,
And the first thing we put on was Ortmans, of course, because in
yeah,
Europe, for those who are not in Europe, Ortman urethanes are the brand to
yeah,
take if you want to drive or have good urethane tires. Now, the
yeah.
funny thing is, there was one guy in our club who had slot invasion urethanes.
Okay,
They're especially made for the BRM rim. Then you
okay,
can get Ortmans for the BRM rim.
yeah,
That's a better compound. The slot
yeah,
invasion is softer and seems to work better, I have to say. We tested it up and down last night or last evening. And the slot invasion ones performed better on our track.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got some Ortmann 41Xs in my little box of spare parts. So I'm probably going to pop those on a couple
yeah,
of
yeah.
Porsches.
Absolutely,
And
Paul. The gear is rubbish, sorry to say so. Exactly. Bearings out, change the bearings because that's cheap China crap.
oh, really? So I thought the bearings were good on the Revos.
No.
All right. I mean, first of all, they have bearings.
And
A lot of other cars
and
don't have any bearings.
change
They haven't have bearings.
change axles because many of those Revo slot axles are actually bent.
Aha. Aha. Now we finally, after a year, we're getting close to what might actually possibly even be my issues with my couple of Revos. I might actually have some crooked axles and then the
Bad
combination
bearings.
with some poor bearings. Yeah. What bearings would you recommend to buy?
I don't know. It depends on how much money you want to spend. I mean, those suggestions can get, you can have like ceramic ball bearings.
No,
What
but I
are they
mean,
called?
because they're so small, I mean, you can't just go into Lidl and say, "Hey, I want some ball bearings for my slot car."
No, you can
You
go
know, you
to a German car online shop and you can have what are they called the classes ABAC 3, ABAC 5, ABAC 6 or 7.
even yeah,
And then you have some with where you can see the balls and some that are
or
covered.
covered, yeah. Even in that size, the small ones. Okay.
So you can spend a fortune actually on ball bearings for 3 millimeter axles.
Uh-huh. All right. So maybe Maybe that's what I need to do. I'm going to try that out and change the
Before
ball bearings.
Come on, Paul.
And if you buy
Come on,
axles,
Paul.
would you buy like a slotted axles, or is there a certain brand of axles that are
Revo slots
typically?
are 3mm axles, like 1 to 24 cars. That's a good thing I like on Revos. The axle is not 32, it's not 3, whatever it is. So those are 3mm axles. So you need to
I've
go
done
through.
that. You know what
Okay.
Slotcar says, with the degreasing, put them in
Says-
alcohol and shake them around and leave them be for a couple an hour or two, and then I re-grease them with high quality NSR grease.
Okay.
But yeah, still. But I think the axles. So you saying that you buy
Scale auto axles.
scale auto? Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Well, so another order for my dear friend Danny at the Slotcar in Union.
In France.
We're almost in a daily contact with messages back
already-
and forth. Is there something new? Any specials coming up? Put me online. I mean, I need to pre-order, and he hasn't put up some of the new Revos and the BRMs on his site yet. I'm like, come on, get them up there so I can pre-order.
Hurry up! Holiday time is over.
Yeah, I've seen the cars. I know Davide has them, so you know, get them up on your site.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone through guides. We talked a little bit about the braids, and would you say that there's an alternative to even like a Carrera car to do something with the braids, or are you pretty much stuck with the braids that comes with the Carrera?
You're pretty much stuck there.
Yeah. So the Carrera cars, just leave them be and focus on the other cars. Yeah.
Yeah, or Sigma, or Slot Devil, or Super Glide. There you go.
Oh, okay. Sigma Slot. I need to take notes here.
Yeah.
And these are all available.
Or Scale Auto.
Yeah, exactly.
But 3mm. Don't forget.
Yeah, exactly. Got noted. Cool.
Thanks, Paul.
This is always so informative to talk with you. There's so many things, and I also have questions around the track building, but maybe we should do that in Discord and take a break now and meet up in Discord in a couple of minutes.
Perfectly. One more thing I would like to do is on the coming weekend, I will post my video on Slotcar physics. And I know that many guys out there will start to go like, he must be mad. But tested it, been there. Otherwise, I wouldn't post it. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell you. And I even checked it. But you'll see. You'll see it in the video.
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun. Cool. So let's round up and let's continue chatting with other people. Come over to Discord in the Slotyard, and we'll continue talking about and drilling down into Nico's brain and getting more information out of him. I have
trying to drain the brain, and we'll just take a short break for the washroom, and we'll be
biological break
on Discord in a minute. So all of you out there, please join. Feel free to come over, ask questions. Feel free.
We'll be there for a while.
Thank you for joining.
Excellent.
Thank you
so much.
Popping in. We hope to be back next week. Can't promise yet. Sorry, guys, it's on me. I'm the negative pole in this connection when it comes to Fridays at the moment, but I'm trying to be there.
Exactly. Great. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much,
in Discord.
See you there.
Yeah.
Bye.